The moment is here, you can stop your search. It's Comics by Perch.
Hey everybody, this is Perch. I get mails from time to time, usually from people inside comics. This isn't a mail I usually get from people outside of comics, and I think the reason why is a lot of the people who are customers of comics or fans of comics, they listen to a channel like mine, and they get kind of worried that sometimes when I'm critical, if they admit to watching this channel, that somebody inside of comics will get mad at them. Like, oh, you're listening to that Perch guy. Perch complains about some comics, therefore he must hate comics, therefore you're one of those bad people and you're on the bad people list or whatever. I know that there's some people who think that way, because every now and then I'll get mail saying, hey, I like your channel, but please don't tell anyone because I don't want to be grouped in with like Comicsgate or people like that. And it's like, well, good, I'm not Comicsgate, so no problem. That's on you, whatever you want to call yourself. But I get, mail from creators and from publishers, people inside the business, and they'll say things like, hey, I don't disagree. It always kind of starts the same way. It's always, I don't disagree with what you're saying. You're pointing out a lot of things that are truthful about the industry, be it the pay, be it by how people are not paying attention on the editorial side, be it whatever. You're pointing out truthful things. But, it's just comics. Can't you just kind of go along and kind of be happy and just talk about the stuff you like? There are a lot of problems, but why don't you just not talk about the problems? I've got this advice from writers. Like, one writer in particular will mail me every now and then going, hey, you seem kind of negative about a topic. Like, all the things you're saying are true, but, maybe don't point it out. Maybe just kind of let it go. Maybe just, why bring that negativity? We all know it exists. We all know these problems are there. Why don't you just kind of let it go? And I get it. I get what you're saying there. I understand that this is I understand. Nobody likes somebody who's just constantly pointing out things that are obvious to everyone. Nobody likes the person who's pointing out the problems time after time after time. I understand that. But at the same time, is it benefiting us from ignoring them? Like, my goal here is just to have conversations, to chat with people, I do read all the comments. I used to like all the comments, but then Mumbles is like, why are you liking all the comments? I'm like, well, I clearly have to do whatever Mumbles says, so I just stopped. And in fairness, the tool I was using to like all the comments broke. So, spoilers. I wasn't actually personally going and liking a lot of those comments. But I read all of them, and I like it. And I wish YouTube wasn't such an absolute crap platform that it like random times stuff will appear in the YouTube Creator Console and not appear on the regular channel or vice versa. So I have to go multiple places to just see all the comments anyway because it's such an ass system. But anyway, I read all this stuff and I like that engagement. I like hearing what you have to say. And that's why I'm doing this. But I also kind of hope, in some small way, that if I'm bringing this stuff up, it might cause some people inside the business or outside the business to go, hey, maybe I should look at this a different way. And I know it has helped, or at least changes have happened. I know of at least a couple things to publisher level where they have shifted. Whether it's because somebody took my advice or they were shamed into taking my advice, I know that solicitations and image improved, in part because of this channel. So that's good news for retailers. I know that there's some retailers who have changed a little bit the way how they've ordered and done other things because they've gotten some good ideas, or at least I said something that gave them an idea, and that makes me happy. I'm glad. I'm glad that stuff's improving. But I just, I can't sign on to the logic that the best way to tackle problems is to ignore them and hope that just good vibes will make them all go away. I can't do it. I want to believe that if you just think good thoughts, that nice things will eventually just happen. But there's just no evidence that that's the case. In fact, the opposite. Usually with silence comes complacency. And that's no good either. So it's better to kind of talk through these things. It's better to, veer into negative, even if, what you really want is best for the comic industry. And that is what I want. I would like to see things improve. I'd like to see things get better. I'd like for people to be enjoying what they're doing. I'd like for creators to get paid what they're worth. I'd like, which cuts both ways, by the way. But I'd like for readers and customers to have good things, fun things to read. This is what I hope for, mainly selfishly, because I would like good things to read. I would like comics I enjoy and appreciate. I'd like characters that are built up over time. That's what I hope for. And so that's at the end of the day, why I'm playing this game. That's what we're here for. I throw it out to all of you listening to this right now. You know, how much does the negativity impact you? I'll say something that I think people wouldn't necessarily expect me to say, but it's true. A lot of the channels on YouTube that go constantly every single day with the SJWs are ruining the woke content, or the whatever it is. It is creating its own narrative. There's a lot of people that come onto my channel and they'll add comments of things that are completely wrong. And the problem is that they've outsourced their thinking to some YouTuber who's telling them what the truth is, and that YouTuber is wrong. Maybe by accident, maybe on purpose. I don't know. At this point in the game, I'm just too nervous to spout off things that are completely false, because I have a belief that a bunch of you are going to call me on my shit, and I'll see it in the comments. If you are on a YouTube channel right now and you're talking about how, say, Jane Foster Thor was woke Thor and was, the sales cratered, yeah, you're factually wrong. We've talked about this on this channel many times. I'm sorry. Whether you like the run or not is completely independent of the fact that it made money. That's truthful. You can try and cut that any way you want, but the facts are the facts. It made money. And if you're going to hang your hat on, saying that it failed, you're in for a bad time, because it didn't. That's just, that's just the truth. I think there's a lot of things in life that, you may not like, that you don't particularly enjoy, but they are successful anyway. Most modern music fits that bill for me. I know that's an old man thing to kind of say, but a lot of new music sucks, and I can't do anything about that. I don't know. Fuck it. I don't want to do this video.
I don't want it. I never have.